EA Sports had this big plan. They wanted to bring back college basketball to video games. Finally, after the success of college football 25 and 26, they thought, hey, let's dribble our way back onto the court. But turns out their jump shot got blocked harder than a freshman going up against Shaquille O'Neal. So, as you can see from this beautiful artwork, as you see on screen, here's the problem. EA wanted to make a full standalone college hoops video game with every Division One men's and women's team included. That's 730 teams, basically the Cheesecake Factory menu of basketball games. But 2K showed up, they wagged their finger, and they said, no. We'll take those licenses instead. And a bunch of schools went with 2K because apparently loyalty is worth less than an EA virtual coin. And now EA was planning to drop this thing in 2028. 18 years since the last college basketball game. That's 18 years. Holy cow, it's like half my life. And the last time we had a college hoops video game, LeBron James still had a hairline. It's insane to even think about this. So here's what's happening. Instead of a full college game, 2K wants to sprinkle in a few schools into NBA 2K's My Team mode, like seasoning, just a pinch of Duke, a dash of Kentucky, maybe a sprinkle of Gonzaga, and if it makes money, then maybe, just maybe, we can get a full college basketball game down the road. But as the saying goes, old money ain't new money. You know what I'm saying, fam? And meanwhile, EA just folded. They said, if we can't have all the schools, then we're not doing it at all. Which, to be fair, sounds like a lot of my actions, right? I mean, canceling plans because one friend bailed. So for now, the dream of a fully loaded college basketball video game, benched, maybe indefinitely. So let's see what gamers around the world have to say about Take-Two seizing control from EA Sports with the following. And man, I'm looking at this strapping young lad right there. JJ Redick. That's my coach, baby. LA Lakers, let's go. But hey, let's go ahead and dive right on in. So the first comment reads, I'm so excited to play the My Team DLC in 2K with limited selection of colleges. And a follow-up comment that reads, the worst part is enough people 100% are going to buy that shit to justify it for 2K. Wouldn't that be kind of wild? I know a lot of people have been kind of excited that there have been the addition of the WNBA showing up in the 2K video games. I mean, right when before the release of this video game, you were seeing clips of Caitlin Clark crossing people over, Shaquille O'Neal teaming up with Angel Reese. And so to see some of these young athletes, especially with how NIL money's been running rapidly all across the nation, I mean, it's just insane. It's wild. I mean, I totally don't get it. I feel like, having a full ride education is freaking badass alone, but that's a whole another argument for another day. But do you, the gamers, while you're seeing this comment live, do you believe that they would turn this into a DLC and just strictly go away from the My Team mode? That would be wild. Let's go ahead and keep it rolling. So guess if we're not in a power conference, we're not in the game, and have been told to F off. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it reads. That's what's going on. 2K doesn't feel like it's necessary to add all those teams. I mean, that would be a lot of freaking work. So, they would rather, formulate this game to look something more like a Topps sports trading card. Maybe bring some of the rising stars in the college football scene, probably closer to March Madness, and get you excited for the youth. And to get yourself even featured in a video game, I'm sure it's going to cost a pretty dollar for Take-Two at 2K. So to see that happen, we're going to only have to find out in the meantime. But the next comment reads, wow, that's effing lame. It's not college basketball at all without the underdogs. Is it? I mean, that's true. But then again, I was very, I always see those clips online with college football 25 and 26 where, you get drafted in Delaware. I mean, no, I'm sure it's a great university, but come on, man. I mean, we're thinking of massive schools like Texas or Clemson or, USC. We're not thinking of those underdog squads. So yeah, you do get potentially left out in the end. And then can't believe I'm on EA's side here. I know, it's really funny. A lot of people love the clown Electronic Arts. They just feel like they have totally ruined the landscape of some of these AAA video games, and then they sucker you into these stupid ass season passes and all that kind of things. But as you can clearly see from a multitude of Reddit, gamers, they clearly want to see some of their favorite colleges repped in this video game. And to see that 2K doesn't feel the same way that EA Sports has it, yeah, that's pretty wild. And then I don't really understand how 2K's proposal will even work in practice. How do you have a full schedule or an NCAA tournament that only features power conference teams and make them seem realistic? Or is there just no dynasty mode at all? It doesn't even make sense. Yeah, if anything, I feel like as though there won't be a dynasty mode. Maybe they might do what they've done in the past with certain Madden NFL video games where, you only get like a very few selection of colleges to kind of, pick the hat and put it on and have your little cinematic journey, feeling as though you are that lucky athlete to play for your A1 university. And yeah, it might be kind of cool, but I just have a feeling they're going to be selling these college athletes in these My Team card packs. And it's just more of that kind of tasteless experience that we all get when you have to constantly fork in money just to be able to get the player that you want to play with on your squad. And then last, really terrible news. I don't trust 2K to make a decent game, but you trust EA? Where are we going? Do you trust EA Sports? Do you trust 2K? What would you like to see happen? But here's the real question I'll leave you with. Do gamers actually want a standalone college basketball game in 2028? Or are we all just pretending to care until March Madness rolls around? Let me know what's good.